Let me sit there right here.
Jesse,
when you got with the boys and with Jason and Baldwin, when you three were in the woods and then the little boys come up, about what time was it when the boys came up to the woods?
I say it was about 5 or so, 5 or 6.
Now, did you have your watch on at the time?
Mm-mm.
You didn't have your watch on?
Mm-mm.
Like you told me earlier, it's around 7 or 8, or which time is it?
It's 7 or 8.
Are you?
Yeah, it was starting to get dark.
Okay.
I remember it was starting to get dark.
Okay. Well, that clears it up. I didn't know. That's what I was wondering. Was it getting dark or what?
We got out there at 6, but the boys come up when it was starting to get dark.
Okay. So you and Jason and Baldwin, Damien, y'all got there right at 6?
About 6.
Is that a normal time y'all meet at 6?
Yeah.
Okay. When you do your cult stuff, does 6 mean something? I mean, is that a time you normally do meet?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all met out there at 6, and then the boys come up about what time?
About 7.
About 7 o'clock. Okay. So y'all were out there with the boys and all this stuff going on, and until you noticed it started getting dark. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you're sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Hold on just a minute. Okay, Jesse, I'd asked you about your clothing, and you said that, what were you wearing?
I was wearing a blue jeans and a white shirt and some kind of basketball deal on it. Some tennis shoes.
All right, your shirt, was it what kind of shirt was it?
It was a white shirt with a basketball on around it.
Is it a shirt like you got on now?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what kind of shirt is it like you got on now? That's a what, a t-shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you had a white t-shirt with a basketball design on it? Okay, what about shoes? What kind of shoes did you have on?
White, blue, Adidas.
White and blue?
Mm-hmm.
And who has those shoes now?
Buddy Lucas.
And how old's Buddy?
About 18 or 19.
Why does he have your shoes?
We was coming home one day, it was raining, and he didn't have nothing else to wear, so he put on one of my shoes.
Okay. And where does he live at?
In Lakeshore.
Is there?
By a church.
Is there a street or anything?
There's a street belt. They didn't got no names on it, though.
What street is the church on?
On as soon as you get off of Cherry Street, no, it's Cherry Street, right in front of it.
Off of Cherry Street?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are there any vehicles around close by that I could recognize that trailer?
It should be a green truck and a brown van. And there's a basketball goal right there with that green truck's at. There's a basketball goal.
All right. Who tied the boys up?
Damien.
Did Damien just tie them all up, or did anyone help Damien? Or?
Jason helped him.
Okay. And what did they use to tie them up?
A rope.
Okay. What color was the rope?
Brown.
Did you ever see the boys in the water?
Yeah. I'm by water.
All right. How did the boys get in the water?
They pulled them into the water.
All right. When you say they, who is it that pulled them to the water?
Jason and Damien.
Do you wear a belt?
Nope.
Does Jason wear a belt?
Mm-mm.
Does Damien wear a belt?
Yep.
What kind of belt does he wear?
A black leather belt with a beads, like little beads around it.
With beads around it?
Like little beads, stubbies wheel.
Okay. About how thick is the belt?
About 4 inches.
Now, do you know what 4 inches looks like?
About like that. The belt was about like that.
Okay. I don't think that's quite 4 inches, but probably about 3, something like that. Which boys were raped?
The Myers and the Branch.
Okay, so you know them by name and face well enough to call them by name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you see the Moore boy? Was he raped?
No.
All right. Who raped those 2 boys?
Jason and Damien.
Do you know which one raped which boy, or how did that happen?
Damien raped the Myers by himself, and Jason and Damien raped the Branch.
All right. Give that to me again there.
Damien raped the Myers by himself, and Jason and Damien raped the Branch.
Did anyone have oral sex with the boys?
Yes, Damien and Jason.
How many of them did they do that to?
Just 2. Branch and Myers.
How did they keep the boys quiet?
Put their hands over their mouth.
Did they do anything else other than put their hands over their mouth? How did they finally keep them from being quiet? Because the boys bound to have been hollering.
They stuck their hand over their mouth first, and then they stuck a shirt to their mouth.
Okay, did they do anything else to them to make them be quiet?
They stuck a thing in their mouth.
Okay. Were they hitting them before that or afterwards?
Before and after.
Just
trying to keep them off of them.
Just all the time?
Trying to keep Jason and Damien off of them.
Now whose shirts did they put in their mouth? Jason and Damien do each other, have sex with each other. Did they have any oral sex on the boys?
Yes, one of them stuck their thing in one of the boys' mouth, while the other one got the other one at the butt and stuff.
Okay, but did anyone go down on the boys and maybe suck theirs or something?
No, I didn't see neither one of them do that.
You didn't see that? Did they pinch their penis in any way? Or were rough with it or anything like that?
I haven't seen nothing like that. Not rough with it. I haven't seen them.
But you didn't see anyone go down on the boys?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That Coke was kind of cold, huh? I tell you, it tasted pretty good to me, though. Jessie, now the boys' hands are tied up, right?
Right.
How did they force these boys to have oral sex on them? How did they have a hold of them?
One of them had him held by the arms, while the other one got behind him and stuff.
Did he ever hold him up here, or?
The one that was holding him up at the front, grabbed him by his head like.
Had him in a headlock? Did he have him any other way?
He was holding him like this, by his head like this, and stuff.
Could he have been holding him up here, like that?
I was too far away. He was home right there by his head like this. And he was pulling him.
Okay. So who was one of them doing that, or both of them doing it? Was Jason?
Jason, I hold him like Damien did it, and then they took turns.
So they both did it to all three of the boys?
Just them two.
Just the two of them?
Yeah.
But they both, Jason and Damien, did it to two of the boys, and they took turns. Mm-hmm. And they would hold. Tell me again about the hands on. I mean, I know you're holding it up here.
By their heads and stuff, and just pulling.
All right, so they're up there, had their hands
by their ears and pulling.
All right. Okay. Say that again for me now.
I hold them by the head, by the ears and pulling.
Okay. Okay.